You can learn how to bounce back from life's troubles with the help of a furry friend.
Yes, we are joined by author Veronica Perry and her new children's book. It's called Rio the Raccoon. Good morning, Veronica.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Fantastic. Love the idea. First of all, I think that children's book authors are special individuals because to tell a story so that a kid can relate and break it down for a kid's level takes a special skill. So this is very cool that you've done that. And then you use Rio the Raccoon as your vehicle to tell the story.
That's right. And I would like to talk a little bit about how I kind of got to that point.
Sure.
So as a graduate student at USC, I was very fortunate to be selected as an inaugural recipient of the Kaylee Finney Memorial Endowment. And this fund honors the life of Kaylee Finney, who died by suicide in 2015. And the fund supports research that promotes projects and other types of research that promotes critical conversations about mental health. So I used most of the funds to carry out 2 research projects that examine behaviors, attitudes, and perspectives of highly resilient individuals or people who can bounce back quickly from life's challenges and cope with stress really well. And I wanted to make, the greatest impact I could with these funds. So I used the funds I had remaining and distilled these findings from my research to create Rio the Raccoon.
That is so cool. So the book deals with mental health, which is not, offhand a topic you would think, oh, there's a lot of children's books about this, but it is an important issue for kids. How do you use Rio the Raccoon to tell this story in a way that kids can relate to and understand?
So on his journey, Rio learns about really important components about resilience, like self-efficacy or the belief in your ability to accomplish a goal, seeking social support, asking for help, and engaging in adaptive coping methods like problem solving and meditation. He learns these things by meeting other characters along the way. And the story is formatted in like a Dr. Seuss style rhyme so kids can kind of remember what the lessons are. And one of my favorite parts of the book, at the very end of the book, readers can scan QR codes to access resources which include like a guide to building resilience in children, emotional resilience toolkits, and educational guides for classroom settings, but also more methods to strengthen coping skills.
That is so, I have a 3-year-old at home, and I can't tell you how many times a day I think like, okay, this thing that I'm doing or not doing, how is this going to affect her later on in life? And having a book teach these coping and skills is so important.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you think so.
Yeah.
I'd like to, if it's possible, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the book's dedication. So I felt really connected to Kaylee's story. One of the reasons I applied to the endowment is because I, struggled with my mental health in similar ways. So I dedicated Rio to Kaylee and her family because I wanted to communicate how much their support has impacted my life and, how Kaylee continues to impact the world for the better, even though she's not physically with us anymore. But her story lives on in this book. And her story is also part of my story. So I wanted to open up the conversation that way about mental health awareness as well.
Very well put. My goodness. So Veronica Perry, she is the author of Rio the Raccoon. You can find the book as well as more information about Veronica. We're going to link everything to our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. An absolute pleasure to meet you this morning.
It was a pleasure of my own. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Sacramento native. Telling you. We grow some great people here.
And I'm telling you, having a book that brings that up for you as a parent.
Yeah, that's a great tool. Great tool.